Good morning. So this reading is for Friday. So it's Friday the 13th. Friday, December 13th. So let's see. I'm getting 3 cards right away. So we'll just take those as the past energy. Let's get current energy. So this is going to be a clear reading. And apparently one filled with lots of major arcana. Okay, that was pretty quick. So going into the weekend, we do have the full moon showing up here on the 15th. So it's the full moon in Gemini. So you've got the sun in Sagittarius opposite the moon in Gemini here. A lot of what are you trying to accomplish from a big picture standpoint? How do you feel about the way that this is all playing out? What does it mean from a detailed standpoint when you kind of take a look at the situation? Are you seeing everything as it truly is or how you want it to be? Because there is a slight difference there. But what I'm getting is, and this is definitely connected to the full moon, that there is something fated and destined, and I'm definitely getting a sense of progress, movement forward with this full moon. There's something that's going to take place during this full moon. This doesn't feel like you need to put the effort in. It's not, it might be conscious where you recognize it, but it's not that you're actively doing something to make it happen. But there is going to be a shift that occurs during this full moon. There's something about this shift during this full moon. It's going to open you up to more abundance, more of exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish. You might be seeing that more clearly because of some of the fog and debris that is kind of being swept away. And it does feel more like a sweeping kind of away. Yeah, it's not like a bulldozer. This is like a sweeping motion. So when I look at the past energy here, and I'm getting the Queen of Cups, 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups has been showing up a lot lately. And then also the Hanged Man. There was something here that you needed to see differently. That Hanged Man, obviously flipping it on its head because the person is upside down. So it's about seeing things from a different perspective. It's about some sort of temporary pause. Temporary being the key word. It was about you being given an opportunity to not get distracted, focus on yourself, taking care of your own needs. There was something significant about taking a step back from a situation, focusing on your own self-care, self-love. Whatever that routine looks like for you, it's a little bit different for everybody. And so being given that opportunity is what allowed you to see things from a different perspective. It actually helped figure out that confusing energy. It provided a sense of clarity. That felt like step 1 in the process. This bigger step is going to take place during the full moon. What I'm getting in your current energy, this is really significant. So we have the Chariot, Judgment, and the Fool. So Chariot, I mean, this is all success. This is overcoming obstacles, battles, challenges, all of it. Judgment, very clear decision, very clear path forward. The Fool, brand new beginning, something very different. Requires a leap of faith with it. Wow. This is whatever is happening right now, whatever is unfolding. This feels very significant, and there's also a really strong timing element to the entire process. So when I look at the future energy here, I am getting the High Priestess. So a lot of trusting your instincts here. 8 of Swords. So we'll talk about that here in a second. Okay. With the future energy, I'm also getting the 4 of Swords with the 5 of Swords here. So 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords. I mean, this is about you taking some sort of step back to really heal from some sort of conflict. You were successful in overcoming it, but you're still processing it mentally. There's still something happening within you that has you thinking about a situation and maybe just overthinking a situation. It's almost that kind of analysis paralysis where you can think of it a million different ways, but it doesn't change the way that it played out. But maybe it wasn't supposed to. Like, that's not what your goal was when you were thinking about it. There was something here where you were trying to think your feelings, is what I'm getting, which is definitely a Gemini moon energy here. It's definitely a think your feelings. instead of feeling your feelings. So there's something about that. Let's get some additional details here. You are keeping something to yourself. There is a piece of you right now that you just don't feel like you can open and share with other people. There is, I'm just getting a sense of quiet. When a certain topic comes up in conversation, you might be finding yourself just not offering an opinion at all. There's something where you're just keeping your thoughts to yourself. When you're ready to share, you will. It's not that somebody's directing something at you, maybe not in the way that you think. They might just be putting broad questions out there, just trying to gauge responses in general, but you don't feel like you're ready to answer that specific question yet, at least not to the depths or the level of detail that you just don't feel comfortable doing that yet. So clarifying the past here with the Queen of Cups, I'm getting the Two of Cups. So focusing on yourself allows you to really focus on going after exactly what you want. That Two of Cups, it is typically a romance card. It's about connecting with another person here. And so part of your self-care process might be going on dates, really connecting or reconnecting with a loved one here, somebody here that probably more romantic than not, but if that's not the case at all, you might be in this place of thinking about happier times, reminiscing, kind of getting back to a place where you felt good being in relationships with other people. What did it feel like when everything was happy and harmonious? It's all showing up in the past, so you've already been through this. With that Seven of Cups, I am getting the Nine of Wands here. So let's get the Hanged Man with the Moon. So taking care of yourself started showing you pieces of yourself you weren't even aware of. There was things dwelling within you that were so deep that they just weren't a thought in your kind of regular life. And so there was something about really focusing on yourself, your own emotional needs here, that really opened you up. When it came to this kind of confusing energy with that Nine of Wands, it feels like you put your barriers up. You were really resisting getting the clarity that you needed because it involved a lot of really deep introspection, and you just didn't feel like you were ready for that yet. You are now, and you're definitely in that energy now. And the Fool. Okay. We'll talk about that when I get there. There's definitely something coming through with the symbolism. So with the Chariot, I'm getting the Two of Pentacles. So finding that balance, really restoring balance within yourself there's so much success here. This is what really allows you to move through any kind of confusing energy, getting clear on exactly what you want, highlighting all these things about yourself. With this Judgment card, so this is making a very clear decision. Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, you're very clear on what needs to be in your life going forward and also what doesn't need to be in your life going forward. It is about your stability. You're very focused on long-term opportunities and long-term goals here. But there's things that you can do right now to help you get there faster, and that's what you're doing. So I'm definitely getting a sense of making different decisions right now to accelerate some sort of timeline. With the Fool, I'm getting the Ace of Wands, and now what I just said makes sense. The Ace of Swords here. So she's holding a bow and arrow, and it feels like the bow and arrow is coming back, and it's meant to propel you into the future here. That's the Fool energy. It's really meant to shoot you forward down into this new journey, new path, new chapter. Oh, I'm definitely getting a sense of that jumping timelines, accelerating timelines here. Okay. So I actually have 2 cards out here. So clarifying this High Priestess in the near future, I have the King of Cups with the 5 of Wands. That's really interesting. I have the King of Pentacles with the 5 of Pentacles. So 5s are about change, but the King energy, I mean, you are very clear in what you're doing moving forward. King of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, current energy. The King of Cups with the 5 of Wands here, you're going to overcome whatever obstacles and challenges occur during this entire process. So as you, because you are jumping timelines here, you're accelerating something. And as you're doing this, it's creating obstacles and challenges. You would have encountered them anyway. It's just now you're encountering them sooner. But because of the way that you're approaching the situation, you're actually going to manage through it much better than you would have in the past. It just feels like you're easily going to overcome them. Whatever is coming towards you, you're going to easily overcome it. With the 8 of Swords, I'm getting the 9 of Swords. There is this fear and anxiety about repeating the past patterns. This feels like part of the reason you're trying to accelerate the timeline here. You're trying to get yourself out of this energy, get yourself out of thinking your feelings, and get yourself into more of doing something about it. I'm definitely getting a sense of doing something about it. With the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, so the kind of taking that step back, kind of healing from any kind of conflict, but that's the thinking or feelings that I was getting. I'm getting the 6 of Swords with the Ace of Cups. What you're doing here, there's a lot of swords showing up, but you're moving towards exactly what you want. You're not going to let anything hold you back. You're not going to overthink something. You're going to really work to get yourself out of your own head here so that you can kind of keep moving forward and pursuing your goals and your dreams. So this is the reading for Friday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.